Alright, hello buddy, welcome to another MLB Show 20 video. Today I'm going to be giving tips on how to beat Showdown. I'm in the Discord and I've noticed a lot of people are struggling in Showdown. I'm one of the ones that aren't. I have been doing really good in Showdown personally. I already have earned I think 3 team affinities on my no money spent team. And I have Justin Turner on here, and now I'm going to be going for Gleyber Torres on my main account here because I want to try him out. At least on my main account, where I'll use him a lot more than no money spent. So I'm going to be showing you how you can beat these ones with ease. If you struggle with first inning and starter, if you struggle with either one of those showdowns, I would have to tell you that you're probably just not good enough yet to do any of these. I would say that you have to improve on your skill. Now I will be uploading a hitting tips video down the line, or a pitching tips video if you need that. But I will be uploading a hitting tips video for sure. Now, if you don't know what Showdown is pretty much just a offline battle royale. That's the best way to describe it. It's offline battle royale, but you do moments. But it's not as stupid as moments. In moments, you'll have stupid moments where it asks you to hit 2 doubles. That's annoying as shit. You know, I tried doing it myself, the 2 doubles. It took me like an hour just to get that one moment done. This works a lot more differently. Let's just hop into this to show you. Like right here, it says, face off against Alex Wood and Dodgers, tally 3 hits and a deep fly in a 3-inning game. Pretty easy. I didn't do it though. I didn't beat it mainly because of just simply the stadium they choose. They put you in Polo Grounds, and Polo Grounds is just disgusting. I hate it. And this is first inning, and something you should realize is it says Houston Astros, and I've beat this before, and I already know who the boss is. The boss is Roy Oswalt. You know you're facing a righty now because of that. So what you gotta do, it's not always Roy Oswalt, by the way, it can be different people, but it is Roy Oswalt here. So I know that I need to stack my squad with guys that I'm good with against righties. So they're not always lefties, but they're guys I'm either good with against righties, or they're guys that are lefties that are good against righties. So Miguel Sano, I do great with him against righties. Will Smith, I do great with him against righties. Todd Helton, I'm the best with out of all the guys there. Duke Snider, he's not useful for when you got a lefty moment along the way, so I just don't want to pick him. And then there's Matt Olson, all these guys, you know, they're really good. I'm just going to give some drafting tips for, let's say, AL East, because I am going to do that. I would give tips for first inning draft, but I don't really want to reset it. The one tip I'll give is choose Todd Helton. If you struggle with him, I don't know what to say, because he is just by far the best option. You could choose Duke Snider for the boss, but then he's going to be a liability throughout the entire thing, because there are multiple moments where you'll be facing lefties, so he'll just be a complete liability in that situation. Javi Baez, not really good enough against righties to be viable. And then you have Roy Oswalt. Why would you take a 93 as a starter? There's only a few moments where you'll be using your starter, a few moments where you'll be using your pen. So we're going to go to AL East here. It costs 1,000 stubs to do an entry fee. Yes, some of these do have an entry fee, but if you look through the rewards, they do give you stubs and XP along the way, and packs. They even give you the silver player pack, which does have a chance for a gold or diamond. And I will say this, I have pulled a diamond out of this before. I pulled a Rollers Chapman this year. Out of those packs, and they give you standard packs along the way. And then you get these 5 team affinity packs, or these 5 team affinity vouchers, I should say, that you get to use across the AL East for teams in team affinity. I will show that after. First, we're going to start a draft, and I'll show you how to do it, how you should do it. Let's enter here. Now, the boss is Garrett Cole. Basically, how this works is just think of the best pitcher in that division and say, okay, it's most likely going to be him. Let me build my team around that. If that doesn't work out, well then, if, you know, it doesn't end up being that pitcher, that sucks, but most of the time you will get it right. So Big Papi here destroys righties. He is a liability against lefties, I'll say that much. But he's not going to be your only guy. When it came to the first inning, that's like your boss, dude. Like, he's a boss. He's a big deal. But this guy, I think I'll do just fine. I'm raking with him. Online, offline, doing great with him. I'm going to put him in the team, try him out. I think he'll be great. JD Martinez. You do have a reliever here who's pretty solid. Personally, I'm not a fan of him. I only, like, in my opinion, I'd say take a silver starter and take a silver reliever. That's all you're going to need. Ever. Here, Giancarlo Stanton's not bad. DJ LeMahieu's not bad. But JD Martinez, I know I personally just absolutely destroy with. So I'm going to get him in left field. He's great against righties. I'm a good righty batter, so I know that I can take righties. If you can't, then don't take them. It's that simple. Here we got Michael Givens and we got Masahiro Tanaka. I'm personally going to take Masahiro Tanaka here over the reliever because I know that there was a moment where I need to use a starter in the first 3. So I'm going to take a starter here because there is one where you need to strike out 2 batters, and I know that I do very good with him. We got Luke Voigt here, Willie Adames, Manuel Margot, and Hunter Renfroe. Luke Voigt's a pretty good option, but I'm not going to take him because I have David Ortiz at first already. He would be a good guy for the main pinch hitter role. But I'm going to go ahead and take Hunter Renfroe here because he can go play right field. He's got that solid defense. He can hit both sides with that power. So we're going to go ahead and put him in right field there. Again, I can hit righty, so I don't got to worry about that. We got Joey Wendell, Willie Adames, and Luke Voigt again. But we're going to go ahead and take Brandon Lau here. I know I'm a beast with him. He's a lefty stick. He's perfect for the team. And so I'm going to just add him to the pen. Now, here's an interesting situation. You're going to get these bronze drafts, and you'll look around and you'll be like, all these guys kind of suck. But you got this one guy here. You'll usually have that one stick, that one guy there who's not terrible. You go ahead and just take him. Sure, he's probably not going to play center field, although I'm still going to probably stick him in center field. Maybe Hunter Renfroe will go there. But I don't find fielding to be much of a problem in this game mode. I don't find fielding to really cost me anything, personally. So I'm just going to take him, put him in one of the corners. Here, I'm just looking for probably a main bench bat. And Reddy Tellez is looking like that guy to start. And now we got Mike Zunino. Now, this guy looks kind of rough on paper, but he's got some solid defense. The 72 power will come through in moments. You really want to build for power in this game mode. You want power. That's all you want. I wouldn't say you want a contact build at all. Look for the guy with the power and take him. Here we're going to take... I actually got a really bad round here for perks. I'm going to take a contact boost on pitches down the middle because that can sometimes happen. And here, I fully recommend whenever you see jump start, you take that every single time. I doubt people are... I doubt you're a completely patient batter who never swings that first pitch if it's a nice pitch. Personally, me, if it's a nice first pitch, I'm swinging right there. I'm swinging right there. I'm going in aggressive. I'm trying to score as many runs as possible because that's what you got to do. You have to get in there, get this shit done. You got a very limited amount of outs. You got to just try and get in there and do as much damage as you can with the little you're given. So I'm going to do a few moments here, probably the first 3, maybe even do the mini boss. We're going to do this first one here. It's face Eduardo Rodriguez, so I knew that I would have to face a lefty. But at the end of the day, I can face kind of lefty-lefty. I'm not really terrible against that, but we are going to bring David Ortiz down the lineup just because I know he's not great. And he at least has Mike Tauchman at least has contact against lefties, so we will put him there. And we don't really got a great bench bat against lefties, so we're just going to have to deal with this to start. Let's go ahead and hop into this. Let's try and beat Eduardo Rodriguez. We got 1 inning. Got 3 outs to score. I think it is 1 run and 2 hits. One has to be an extra base hit. Yeah, it's 2 hits, 1 extra base hit, and a run. Alright, let's do this. I got my lineup how I like to have it as. I always have like this one guy I always get in the AL East that I like to put as a leadoff hitter. I got 2 guys for it. I got Gio Urshela and JD Martinez. I've done this enough times the AL East to know really who I like to use on my team. I guess I'll use zoom hitting here, even though I don't normally do it. Gonna go ahead and hit that ball, I think right to the wall. I think that's, yeah, he's catching it. Damn, okay. I don't think I honestly don't know if I'm going to beat this moment just because I am hitting from zoom. But it's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I'm kind of just trying to show how this works. If I want to do hitting tips, maybe I'll do it through Showdown. That'll be an interesting way to do it. Alright, he puts a cutter right over the middle line, at least. Alright, that's a low change-up. Ooh, I struck out. I didn't even realize I was at 2 strikes. Damn, got me. One thing to mention is if I do fail this moment, the showdown will not fail. I can fail this moment. See, I'm about to fail it right now. Honestly, I think it's a good thing that I'm failing, so I can show this. So we failed this moment. I failed this moment. First moment failed. You're like, ah, god damn it. Guess I gotta restart. No, you don't. Sure, you lost the first moment, but it's really not that big of a deal. This thing is huge. All that would do is bring one run down. It'd make it one run short of the 15 runs you see in the bottom left there. So it's really not that big of a deal. It's like, you fail it, you move on. That's really all I gotta say. But I'd say if you are not fully confident in your skill and you fail 3 moments, restart. That's what I'd say. 3 moments is kind of a deal breaker. I don't like failing 3 moments, but I'll still stick through it anyway, just for the rewards. But let's head on to the second moment here. This is, yes, okay, so this is the pitching moment that I knew about. Also, let me explain this real quick. So they all say Final Showdown runs. Those are rewards. The mini bosses give you just better cards. They don't give you Final Showdown runs. Now the Final Showdown is this. It says I'm going to be down 15-0. I can skip right to it. I'd never recommend doing that. You're going to be skipping rewards, and most people that are watching this are most likely no money spent. You're going to be skipping rewards, and, you know, the rewards are actually pretty decent. You know, these are going to stack to your team, and you can, who knows, you can get pretty lucky. Yeah, no, I'd never recommend skipping to the end, unless you're really confident in yourself, but it's like, it's not really worth the risk, I would say. You know, you commit some time to it, you commit into it. Let's say it's 10 to 15 at the moment, and you just finished this mini boss. I'd say just stick through it, get these final ones done. It could make it so it's, well, you wouldn't be 10 to 15 by this point. You'd be around 9 to 15 if you succeed in every single one. I would just stick through it, get to that. Hell, then you could be ended up having a tie game and you only got to score 1 run, 20 outs. Pretty simple, not really risky at all if you do it like that. That's what I recommend doing. You gotta add like an extra 10 minutes to make sure that you'll actually beat it. So yeah, if you see in the bottom left it says 20 outs remaining, get 20 outs, score as many runs as it shows. I'm down 15-0 at the moment. Just want to explain that just in case you're fully new to Showdown, like you've literally never played it and you have no idea what this is. But I did know that there was a starter pitching moment in these first 3 mini games, these first 3 showdowns, these first 3 moments, I guess. What I would recommend, this does want you to strike out 2 batters. I fully recommend getting a righty starter and a guy who has a high K per 9. I personally did not take a guy who has a high K per 9, not only because I didn't really have the option to get one, but even if I did, I would 100% take Masahiro Tanaka all the time. I personally love Masahiro Tanaka for these moments. He has the perfect pitch repertoire to strike out righties and to strike out to strike out the AI. Right there, strikes out the AI. The slider is a perfect pitch. The curveball is a perfect pitch. The splitter, a perfect pitch. And of course, he has the fastball. Most pitchers do. The sinker, don't pitch it. That's what I'd say. Don't pitch the sinker. If you have a sinker, do not pitch it. The sinker is probably one of the worst pitches against the AI, in my opinion. I think slider, fastball, curveball, splitter, changeup, those are the perfect pitches. Pitch completely uncompetitive pitches, I'd say. Like what I'm doing, these are completely outside the strike zone. They're most likely not going to make contact when they swing at it. Although somehow he just did. I don't know how the fuck that just happened. That was a completely unhittable pitch. Strikes out looking. Boom, we got the moment done. Strike out 2 batters, easy as that. The guy did not have a, Masahiro Tanaka does not have a high K per 9, but he has the perfect pitch repertoire to strike them out. So then we beat that moment, success, boom. We get 1 extra run added, and then you earned additional items to improve your squad. Because I beat that moment, I get an extra silver player to add to my team. Now, I did not get a silver reliever for my pen, but when I'm looking at my pen here, I got Ryan Brazier and Jose Alvarado. Jose Alvarado is filthy for a bronze, and Ryan Brazier gets the job done. It will always choose your closing pitcher slot and your ace slot for moments in pitching. So if you got let's say Ohtani, make sure you put him in your ace spot. If you got somebody like Adam Ottavino and you have Ryan Brazier currently in the closing spot and you want Adam Ottavino to come in for those reliever moments, put Adam Ottavino in the closer spot, or else they won't automatically pick him, just so you know that. But when I'm looking at my team here, holy fuck, I need a shortstop. What is that bum ass guy there? playing at shortstop. 62 overall. Let's go ahead and take Bo. Here we got some perks. We got Rattled. This is personally one of my favorite. The opponent makes more fielding and throwing errors when runners are in scoring position. That can come insanely clutch. Let's say you got the bases loaded. You got 4 outs remaining or 3 outs remaining in the mini boss moment, and you're in a really, really important situation, and you hit into a double play, and it just so happens you have that perk. It could come through and end up making it so that it just they make an error, and it's a game-saving situation. You score an extra run, game's tied now, boom, you hit a grand slam, it's over. You know, it could be a situation like that. So the next moment, we got to face Blake Snell. Forgot it was Blake Snell next too. God, a lot of lefties at the beginning here. So we're going to go ahead and move David Ortiz back down. We're going to have to face Blake Snell here. What you got to do is you got to score 2 runs in 3 innings. It's either 2 runs in 2 innings or 2 runs in 3 innings. I actually think this is 2 runs in 2 innings. Yeah, first 2 innings of a game by scoring 2 runs and not allowing a run. Personally, I'd say these first 3 moments are the hardest of the entire thing. The moments down the line get very, very easy. Honestly, like, they're not that hard. So we're going to go ahead and try this here, though. This can either be a 2 at-bat long moment because you're just feeling it against Snell, or it could be a really unlucky moment. We actually end up getting a base hit right there to start. And we're going to have Brandon Lau come up here. See if we can end this real quick. Give me a nice low pitch to hit. No, that's ugly. Brandon Lau, holy fuck, he skyrocketed to that. I was just under it. Interestingly, how they put it good and okay. Normally they do good and popped, because that pretty much is what that was. Alright. We got Hunter Renfroe up. I'd like to beat this moment. I don't play Zoom often, and I'm down to beat a moment on Zoom. There we go. Hit a 2-run shot with Hunter Renfroe. That's going to end the moment. We score 2 runs in the first inning. Had a nice little moment there against Blake Snell. Actually did pretty good that time against Snell. He does got a funky form, but yeah, if you struggle against Snell, dude, honestly, I highly recommend doing these. Because holy shit, you will get used to facing him. I actually crush him now when I used to just not be able to read him whatsoever. So because they find that one a little bit harder, because it's 2 runs in 2 innings, they give you 2 runs to bring up in your score in the final showdown, which is pretty nice. And then we get another silver. Now, one guy I know I'm very good with is Gio Urshela. I'm also pretty good with Aaron Hicks. But personally, I love Gio Urshela. I just said he was one of my leadoff hitters that I like to do. Here, yet again, I didn't really get anything I like here to use. I guess I'll take that, but just make sure when you do get new perks, you do want to go ahead and equip them. They will not automatically equip. Same with players you end up drafting. You got to go put them in yourself. It's just how it is. I actually don't find that as a bad mechanic. I find that if they were automatically to put guys into like your starting lineup, because say you have a preference of a guy who you really like at shortstop, and then you draft this one guy who is a shortstop, but you want him as a bench bat, and they automatically just shift him to shortstop and put the one guy on the bench, and then you go in the next moment not even realizing it's going to screw you over. I don't really like that. I like how it's not automatic. But we're going to go, I'm going to keep Hunter Renfroe there. He did just hit a 2-run bomb. But yeah, if you haven't noticed yet, after me doing these moments, every moment, if you succeed it, you get a player or perk, or maybe both, for completing it. To build your squad towards being able to beat these mini bosses and the full boss showdown. Mini bosses give you better cards and perks. Eventually down the line, you start getting diamond players, and even in the regular moments, you start getting diamond players up to the final one, where you won't get a diamond player or nothing like that. No, you won't get anything crazy like that. But we're going to do this mini boss here. It's Charlie Morton. You're down 3-0. You're down 3-0. You got 12 outs to score 4 runs, not 3. You can't just type the game. You have to get the lead. So I have 12 outs to get the lead. I don't know if I want to do Zoom here. I guess I'll stick with Zoom. But fuck it. Normally, I'm not going to use Zoom. It's not my comfort. It's not my, like, I like to use Strike Zone 2 personally. I don't like to do Zoom. But I'm just going to do it just because I honestly do not care. I honestly do not care at the moment. So whatever. We're going to pop up there. Honestly, I don't know how. I gotta say, post-patch, dude, there's a lot of those good and okays that are very questionable. But let's just move on from that. No need to sit on that. Let's bring up Brandon Lau here. See if he can rank against Charlie Morton. So yeah, usually you will be facing diamond starters. I can't think of a moment where you haven't faced a diamond starter in a mini boss challenge. Usually you always will. That's going to be a home run for Brandon Lau. Perfect. Got a nice little pitch there. They tend to give you some pretty nice pitches to hit, so you should do pretty fine. Let's bring up Hunter Renfroe here. 79 power against righties. We'll sit inside. Although he pitches away. I don't think... The thing, you got to realize how certain pitchers pitch. And I think Charlie Morton just straight up does not pitch inside too often. But that's going to be another home run on a low curveball. Perfect. Wow, I'm actually doing pretty damn good on Zoom. I don't know why I don't do Zoom, because I feel like I'm doing very, very good on it. I feel like I'm actually doing better than I normally do on Strength Zone 2, which is pretty interesting. That's another really well hit ball, but that's just going to be a line out. So now we got 10 outs left to just score 2 runs. Honestly, should be no problem. It's telling me to sit low with my guy, but I'm probably just going to ignore that. I got under it anyway, but I think Gio Urshela can easily hit a home run or a gap or on an up pitch. All right, who we got up? We got Big Poppy. See, I just made a mistake. I didn't even think about moving Big Poppy. I should have. I don't even think that's going to be a home run. Jesus Christ, dude. He has sucked ever since post-patch, but whatever. Yeah, okay. So I didn't get a hit there. I'm actually kind of choking right now. That's 3 outs in a row without even getting a base hit. There we go. We hit to the gap. I don't think that's going to be a home run. Good and okay on it again. God, what is going on? So we're going to get a double there. I'm not going to test Kevin Kiermaier. Kevin Kiermaier is a filthy fielder. Got to realize that. We got Mike Zunino up. He's a nice little bronze draft. I think he's a little beast that people don't recognize too much. Let's try and hit a bomb here with him, because the 70-something power is definitely underrated for this. All right, gives me another curveball. I'm looking for the fastball for sure. All right, gives me a fastball alone in. Oh, that's just unlucky. We get the pitcher's wall. Yikes, okay. Pitcher's up. We're going to pinch hit him. Don't worry about pinch hitting your pitcher. Honestly, if your pitcher ever comes up, always pinch hit him. Never keep in your pitcher, dude. In Showdown, unless it's Shohei Ohtani, never keep in your pitcher. That's going to be a base hit. Perfect. So we're going to tie up the game. So the moment isn't done yet. Your job is not to tie up the game, it's to get the lead. So if I get 7 outs in a row without scoring another run, I'm going to fail the moment. That's how it is. And if you fail these mini boss showdowns, you will have to restart. That's how it is. That is an awkward little bounce right there. Pretty confident with JD Martinez, though, to score this run. Gives me that up and in cutter. I fouled it off. All right, come on, let's beat this. Let's get this over with. I should actually pinch run Kevin Biggio. Just in case I hit to the gap, I would personally pinch run the pinch hitter. Because there's no way I'm going to hit around right now without scoring him. I'm not going to hit around before he comes. I'm not, like, that's not going to happen. That's going to be hit. Wow. Good. Hit right to the center. Well, not hit right to the center fielder, but it's going to be a line out to center field. One thing I recommend is to not steal. Unless he's... no. Even if he is a really good stealer. I personally don't recommend it. Stealing is RNG in this game. It's way too RNG. You could have 97 stealing, and for some reason you won't get a good jump. I just don't recommend doing it. Just keep your base runner where he is. Don't bother stealing, man, unless you're at a full count. That's what I say to that. There's no need for that kind of risk. Even if you worry about the double play, I just still wouldn't do it. You're running too much of a risk of him getting thrown out. Especially when these guys have Mike Zunino, I'm pretty sure, behind the plate, who has quite an arm. All right, a full count here. See, this is a situation where you'd steal. You want to do a hit and run here. Because no matter what, he's not going to get thrown out. There we go. So he's not going to advance the second because he did take a full stop at... Or he's not going to advance the third because he did take a full stop at second for some reason, which is kind of annoying. But it's whatever. Gives me a hanging curveball, dude. I was not ready for something like that. I was not ready for a hanging curveball. Pop up. Yeah, man, I always struggle whenever I need this last run, but I tend to get it. I tend to end up getting it. We got Mike talking up here. He's actually pretty low-key filthy. He's got 72 power against righties. God, curveball again. I'm sitting way too much on the fastball when he could hang that curveball. Put a good in week on that. Just not a good swing. Okay. Wow, interesting throw. Okay. I need a guy I'm solid with up. Gio Rochelle, here we go. I'll actually try sitting low right now. Gives me an up pitch. That's again gonna be an out, but even though it's Kevin Kiermaier, 73 speed, he's gonna make it. All right, so now we got Big Poppy up, 3 outs. I would say right now in this situation, it's literally impossible to not drive this guy in. That's a foul home run. There we go. We drive in the run, and just like that, we beat the moment. So now you got to do... I think it's either 1 or 2 more of these mini showdowns, and then you end up getting to the boss showdown after that one. And then you just got to beat it with whatever score you're down by, and you win the entire thing, and you get your 5 affinity things. Now we're going to talk about what those 5 affinity tickets do. We'll talk about what that does, just in case you don't know what they do. We get a silver player pack right there for that too. So we get our silver player pack. I'll go ahead and open it. Why not? Maybe I'll pull a diamond. We get a gold player here. Here I'm going to take Giancarlo Stanton. And he's going to go play center field over Michael Tauchman because, yet again, I don't really worry about fielding. It's not really that big of a deal. It doesn't tend to come back and hurt me. It really doesn't in this. I guess I'll take this just because I already have it, and I'll go ahead and replace it. I'm not really getting good perks this time, I'd say. We'll go ahead and replace Pedro Severino out there. All right. Yeah, I'll stick with that. Sure, whatever. All right, let's go ahead. I actually got to do that. All right. So... once you finish it all, you get 5 team affinity packs for the AL East. What you want to go and do is you want to go ahead and head to Team Affinity. Now, the options you have for the AL East is the Orioles, the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Blue Jays. So those are 5 teams that you can put these affinity tickets in. You can put them in one team. You can put them across all the teams if you wanted to. Personally, I'd recommend the Yankees or the Tampa Bay Rays because you get either blank Snell or Gleyber Torres. So say I got it done. I'm already at 22 points. Wow, I haven't even done one of these yet. I'm already at 22 points. But you go to AL East Showdown here. This is the best way I recommend doing it. I don't recommend doing the Exchange Yankees Rivals. It can cost up to 5K per thing. It's only 10 points. You only got to do this. You only got to beat the AL East 3 times over. That could take like 3 hours. 3 hours for an 88 overall Gleyber Torres, who in my opinion is completely filthy, is completely worth it. So... once you beat the AL East Showdown, you come over here. You go to AL East Showdown Exchange. You click on it. You put one in, and you got to put it in 5 times over. If you want to put it in all 5, they are completely repeatable. You can do it over and over and over again as many times as you want. You earn 20 program stars per 5. So it's going to take you exactly 3 times to get to, say, 60 stars. I just get exactly to 50 and then start putting some in another AL East team that you like. Personally, I'd say this Blake Snell. He's disgusting. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works, guys. I'll be releasing a hitting tips video tomorrow, but this is what I'm going to go with today. Yeah, that's how Showdown works. That's how I recommend Showdown going. Just draft guys you know you're good with. Draft guys will, if you know you're not good ready, and you know that it's going to be a ready boss, take lefties. I'd say stack lefties as much as you can. But eventually your team's going to get so stacked, your bench is going to be pretty filthy. So start getting righties in there just specifically for the lefty moments. You got to be ready for those, man, because those can really fuck you over if you build righty too hard. Because you got to remember, you're not just building your team for the boss and that's it. You're building your team to at least beat these moments along the way so that the final showdown can be easier. So that's how it works, man. Yeah, so that's going to do it for the video, guys. I really gave all the tips I can. Comment down below if there's anything I missed. If there's anything you're specifically worried about, I'll comment back and tell you my answer to that question. But yeah, it's going to do it for the video. Hit thumbs up button if you did enjoy. Subscribe to my content like this. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. That's right.